Right then, lads, this one is a free one. Wanted to bring it live, but my computer has still has a couple of issues again. But Lionel Messi leaves Barcelona. That is confirmed by Barcelona on their official website. He has left. But Messi leaves Barcelona after how many years? After how many years of loyalty? After how long? How many years of being the greatest player in football? How many years of being the best player on the planet, in the game? Lionel Messi finally leaves Barcelona. My question to you Arsenal fans is easy: would you take him at Arsenal? And that's why I've posted this on Cossy's Arsenal podcast. Would you take him at Arsenal? Would you take Lionel Messi at Arsenal? He's a free agent at the moment. Obviously, that makes him, he's gonna be the most expensive free agent in the world. His wages are gonna be crazy. His wages are gonna absolutely be crazy. But would you take him? Would you take him at Arsenal? Let us look at that article written by, published by FCB. Of course, announcing that they have lost their man. It shouldn't be the easiest of times for Barcelona, and I know it isn't. It really isn't the easiest of times. So they're saying Lionel Messi not staying at FC Barcelona, despite the club and player reaching an agreement and their clear intention to sign a new contract today. This cannot happen because of financial and structural obstacles. Despite FC Barcelona and Lionel Messi having reached an agreement and clear intention that both parties to sign a new contract today, this cannot happen because of Spanish La Liga regulation on players' registration. As a result of this situation, Messi shall not be staying at Barcelona. Both parties deeply regret that the wishes of the player and the club will ultimately not be fulfilled. FC Barcelona wholeheartedly express its gratitude to the player for his contribution to the for his contribution to his for the aggrandizement for the club, and wishes him all the best for the club for the future in his personal and professional life. Obviously, Lionel Messi has left FC Barcelona. Who thought it would happen? Of course, after Ronaldo leaving Real Madrid, you thought this would actually happen after some time. Barcelona obviously now have to start life without Lionel Messi, and that's for me that's the point. That is the big point. How do Barcelona live their next life without Lionel Messi? How is it gonna be? How is it gonna happen? I mean, if I were to do a preview of Barcelona, it would be interesting, wouldn't it? But I'm not gonna do a preview for La Liga. I'm not gonna do them. I'm gonna do 10, 20 Premier League clubs, for the Premier League, and that's what I'm gonna do. But it would be really interesting to see how Barcelona live. I'm gonna watch every game of Barcelona to see how exactly do they live, how exactly do they win games, who's gonna bring that that supernatural factor, who's gonna do things differently, who's gonna lift them when they're so low, who's gonna lift their spirits, who's gonna who's gonna bind the fans, what's gonna be the center of attraction. Why should I why should I watch Barcelona anymore? I mean, there's so many questions in one with one piece, and Barcelona are screwed. They're in the mud. But I've said it before, they need to let go. They need to start a new life. Messi is 34. He's never gonna be here for the next 3 years. And even if he started becoming injury prone and things like that. Of course, last season he was their best player. He's been their best player for 15 years, 14 years, 13 years. And we do understand they would love to build everything around Lionel Messi, but there's also been this debate that players that Barcelona sign don't actually work because of Lionel Messi, and now that's going to completely change. Yes, it might affect them. New players could actually come in, and everybody's gonna think, oh, he's coming in to replace Lionel Messi, and that could actually affect players and things like that. But as well, it's gonna really, it's really gonna help them. Absolutely, it's gonna help them. One, I think now you don't have a star man. You either need to create one that can be around for the next 10 years or 2 decades, or you start playing without a star man. How do Barcelona play without Messi? Now the question is, would I take Lionel Messi Arsenal? Absolutely, it would be the hardest deal to do, because if you can't do the James Maddison deal, then that one would even be harder to do, to sign in Lionel Messi. The wages are astronomical. The wages would be actually astronomical, but on the end, I think we're gonna miss Messi. We will, if he goes to America, we're gonna miss him in the Champions League. If he goes to PSG, La Liga will miss him, and it's a big blow for La Liga, because in a space of half a decade, they have lost their 2 biggest brands. And to make matters worse, Madrid don't have a brand to replace Ronaldo. Messi do not have a brand to replace Messi. But Barcelona don't have a brand to replace Messi. So it's a big blow to La Liga. I mean, it's they could even lose some of the rights, they have some of the broadcasting rights and big companies, because why would I buy rights to broadcast La Liga anymore? I mean, yeah, Barcelona is there, Atletico is there as well, and La Liga, and they have Real Madrid as well, but I would rather watch the German Bundesliga. I would rather watch Dortmund and Leverkusen and Bayern. It's gonna be interesting, isn't it? It's really gonna be interesting. What do you think about Messi leaving Barcelona? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Good night.